सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जीओ। सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जीओ। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभਉ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप। आदि सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच। नह सेव करी शिव जी हम हूँ अर नाहे गजानन आस हमारे। नाहे पुण्य करे पव मंडल में अर पाप करे जग माहे करारे। नह सेव करी शिव जी हम हूँ। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Starting from Swaya 56 of Bhavarsamrit Granth, Kaviji is telling us here, Neh sev kari Sivji hum hu, that neither did I do any worship of Shivji Maharaj, or na hai gajanan aas hamare, and neither did I place any hope or worship Gajanan. It's a combination of two words, Gaj and Anand. Gaj meaning an elephant and Anand meaning the face. So I did not worship or place my faith or hope in the one who has the face of an elephant, meaning Ganesh Ji Maharaj, who is the son of Shivji. Neh punna kare pavamandal mein, that in this world I did not perform any good deeds that would become good karma for me. Ar paap kare jag mahe karare. And so instead of doing good deeds, what did I do in this world? I did sinful actions. I did bad deeds. And even while doing them, I did the ones that were the most sinful. So what karare means, it's being used just to signify how bad those actions were that I committed. Tarbo yeh sankamiti. However, Kaviji is saying, this doubt that I had has been erased. What was that doubt? Tarbo, that I will not be able to swim across this world ocean, or the fact that I won't be saved. This doubt that I have or had has been dispelled, because Harnath Bali jo ajamal tare. Harnath Bali. Kaviji saying, the God that I have my faith in is so bali, is so powerful, that he was able to save Ajamal. So we all know the story of Ajamal, who committed sinful actions throughout his life, but it's said that in the end, when he was calling his son Narayan, in the last moment before he was about to die, he called Narayan, which is also the name of God. By just saying God's name once, he was saved. So Kaviji is saying that I have no doubt that God will still save me. Ab aur na ot niharat ho, that now I do not look towards anyone else for support. Saranagat ho jal pudar tare, that I have come to the sanctuary of the one who was able to make even stones float across the ocean. So Kaviji is mentioning to Sri Ramchandra Ji Maharaj, who was able to make stones float across the ocean, signifying that God will be able to make me swim across this world ocean of attachment of all the vices, that he will be able to save me. Dohra Re man palan seal kau. Kaviji addressing their mind in turn teaching us to address our own minds, saying Re man palan seal ko, that oh my mind, always keep a gentle composure, that always stay peaceful. Apad anapad mahe. Apad meaning a time of bad times, basically, and anapad, which is a combination of two words, an plus apad. Apad meaning bad times, a calamity, and the word an meaning when there's none of that. So basically, in good times and bad times, Kaviji is addressing their mind, teaching us that we should address our minds, telling our minds that we should always keep a gentle composure, keep virtues like celibacy and truthfulness. Sada karo sukh ko laho, tan lao daro nahe. That sada, always, we should keep this peace within us. We should keep this gentle composure. And in turn, what would happen is we would obtain peace and happiness. Tan lao daro nahe. That until you have this body, no matter what happens, you should not give up on your peacefulness and on your gentle composure, on having a calm nature. Savaya Pavamandal Mahe So Neet Phale. In this world, what's fruitful is to have a gentle, calm nature. But then also, Punasil Pralok Bikhe Phal Jaye. But even when we leave this world, Kaviji is telling us that having peacefulness within you, having a calm nature, it will not only benefit you here, but it will benefit you after you leave as well. Jag seal ko palan uttam hai. In this world, it is the best thing to do is to keep a gentle composure, is to remain calm and peaceful. Tan apad te neh seal gawai. Even if some calamity, some adversity was to fall upon you, on your body, the one thing that you should not give up is on your calm nature. Tan tar rahe jag pitar jo. That in this world, whoever has come and who has taken a human form, a human body, man kaun ahe neh jo dukh paaye. Oh, my mind, tell me, who is the one who has not suffered, who has not seen bad times? So Kabiji is telling us that whether you're going through good times or bad times, make it a habit to remain peaceful and calm. And Pandit is now is going to start giving us examples that who is there in this world who's taken a human form, who's taken birth in this world, and he hasn't obtained any suffering. So here Pandit is starting to give us examples, saying, Nrip Pandav se ban mahe base, jin ke har hovat neet sahaye. The first example being Nrip meaning king, Pandav meaning the King Pandu. So King Pandu during Mahabharata, who had 5 sons, Yudhishthir, Arjun, Bhim, Nakul and Sahadev. Even though they were the sons of a king and they were born in a palace, Panditji saying Nrip Pandav se ban mahe base, that they had to go and live in a forest, jinke har hovat neet sahai, even though they had God himself in the form of Shri Krishna Ji Maharaj, that even Krishna Ji was helpful to them. He was their friend every single day. So even though they had God on their side, they still had to endure suffering. They still had to go and live in a jungle. Savaiya jeh naam ucharat dukh mite. Upon reciting whose name all our sorrows can be dispelled. Ram gaye pad son ban mahi. That Ramchandra Ji Maharaj, God in the form of Sri Ramchandra Ji Maharaj, if we take his name, all our sorrows can be dispelled. But even that Ramji, what happened was he had to Ram gaye pad son ban mahi. He had to, with his feet, walk to the jungle. So what had happened was he had to accept the command of his father, and he had to spend 14 years in exile within the jungles. So Kabirji is telling us that even God himself, when he came to this earth, such is his play that even if he had to suffer those bad days, even though they might not have suffered from within. But if we were to just see from the normal human eye, we will see that even they had to suffer. Mathura taj kaan bani apada, much kand hari tin ki gir mahi. So Kabirji is now telling us this about Khan, meaning Krishna ji. So there's a story of Krishna ji Maharaj saying that the friend of Jarasandha, whose name was Kalyavan, he battled with Sri Krishna ji. And at that time, Krishna ji, to defeat Kalyavan, he staged this play. So what he did was, there was a rishi, there was a sage called Muchkand, and he had this boon that he'd obtained from the deities that he could sleep for a very long time, and the individual who would wake him up would instantly die by being consumed with fire. So Sri Krishna ji Maharaj, to defeat Kalyavan, what he did was he ran away from Kalyavan, making him chase him. So when Kalyavan was chasing Sri Krishna ji Maharaj, he arrived in the cave of Rishi Muchkand, who was asleep at that time, obviously. Krishna ji Maharaj, he took his clothes off and he put them on top of Sri Muchkand, on Sage Muchkand. And when Kalyavan came and followed him, he saw that he assumed that the one who was sleeping there, who had Sri Krishna ji's clothing, he just assumed him to be Sri Krishna ji. So when he saw Rishi Muchkand laying there, he kicked him to wake him up. And obviously when Sage Muchkand, when he woke up, he had this fire come out of his eyes, and with that, Kalyavan basically burnt up and died. So Kaviji is telling us, Mathura taj kaan bani apada. That Khan, Krishna ji Maharaj, faced these bad times, this times of adversity, where he had to leave Mathura, where he used to live. Muchkand hari tinki girmahi. That then, so basically just telling the story that Muchkand hari tinki girmahi, then he had to go and then sort of like take this refuge in that cave of Muchkand the Rishi. And then, so this is another example saying that even Krishna ji, who was a form of God himself in those times, even he had to face times like this. So we're human beings. Obviously, if we face these bad times, because good times and bad times, these are both a part of being born, having taken this human life. So Kavij is telling us that facing all these good and bad times, the one thing that you should not give up is on your peacefulness, on your calm nature, on qualities like celibacy and truthfulness. Balbir pita, Raghubir pita, dukh log saman lahe pav mahi. That even the father of Balaramji. Balaramji was the brother of Krishnji, so their father was Vasudev. So even Vasudevji, who was the father of Balaram and Krishnji, then Raghubir Pita, Raghubir, the lineage of Raghus, which was where Sri Ramchandraji was from. So Sri Ramchandraji Maharaj's father, who was Dashrathji. Kaviji saying Vasudevji and Dashrathji, even they in this world had to endure suffering just like that of normal people. So obviously, Vasudevji, father of Krishnji Maharaj, he was placed in a jail by his brother-in-law when Sri Krishnji was born. And Dasratji, he was in distress when he had to send his own son on an exile to the jungles. Kaho re man kaun sukhi jag mein. Oh, my mind, tell me who is there who's actually happy in this world? Tan tar ke jo dukh pavat nahi, who has taken this human form and the one who has not suffered. Tell me who is there who's been born as a human and has not suffered, meaning there is nobody who doesn't have bad times, who doesn't have any kind of unhappiness. Savaiya tat ki ayas maan chale. Also the one who followed the command of his father and left. Jinke pad pankaj pujat loi. It's the one whose pad meaning feet, pankaj like lotus, pujat meaning to worship, and loi means people. So Panditji is telling us that Sri Ramchandraji Maharaj, who followed the command of his father and left to go on an exile, on a 14-year exile, and he's the one whose feet people actually worship. Raj Viput Taji Chinmay, that he left, he gave it all up. Chinmay, in a second, he left all his Raj, his kingdom, and Viput, his wealth. Banko Nikse Janani Baharoi, that he left to go to the jungles to go in an exile, and his Janani, his mother, cried a lot. Tauna Pire Purko Harju. After that, he did not return back to his puri, his town, which was Ayodhya. Jab prat gahe kar mein pad doi. Even when his brother followed him, and his prat meaning brother, gahe meaning to hold, kar meaning with his hands, pad doi, pad meaning feet, doi means both. So even when his brother held both of his feet in his arms, asking him to return back to Ayodhya, Ramchandraji Maharaj did not come back. Dharma barabar raj nahi. Because then Sri Ramchandraji Maharaj told us that there is no kingdom, there is nothing that equals to Dharma, to righteousness. Eh Suchak Ram Sanatana Joy. That this was what Sri Ramchandraji Maharaj, this was the tradition or the teaching that the ancient teaching that Sri Ramchandraji Maharaj told us, that Dharma is the utmost thing that we should follow, that we should keep. So qualities like righteousness and keeping a calm nature, these all fall within Dharma. So this is what we need to keep within us. Even though good times and bad times, they might all come and go. We will finish this class here today. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.